740, Big 550, KTRS. Kathy Helbig joins us here with the Kathy Helbig Group. Gives us some helpful hints into the real estate world each and every week. Good morning, Kathy Helbig.
Good morning.
What are we doing today?
We're going to talk about if your home would meet your potential buyer's loan requirements.
All right.
So a lot of times I go over and meet with sellers, and there's certain items they want to address, there's certain items they just kind of want to let float. And what we have to look at is who's your probable target market, your target audience that's going to buy that house. And if they are potentially FHA buyers, VA buyers, or very cash poor buyers, then we need to address certain things on the house to make sure that their loan is going to be approved. Because if they're looking at a VA loan or an FHA loan, then those appraisers do like a little mini inspection. So there's HUD requirements that certain things be in good condition. So basically, the primary concern is the health and safety of the home buyer and future marketability. So they don't want to get you into a house, insure that loan, and then the house is falling apart. You don't have the money to fix it, and then it can go into foreclosure. That's basically what they're looking for. So they're looking for things like, lot grade. Is water pouring into the basement because you have terrible grade on your lot? It's all tilted towards the house. So you're going to have something like that picked up. They're looking at, if you're counting something as a bedroom, does it have an egress window? Lead-based paint possibilities, peeling paint, shipping paint. That's a big one that we see all the time, and you'll get hit in the winter, and you can't really paint a house in the winter. So we've got to do some workarounds with that. Steps and stairways have to have railings going down.
Yes.
So if you took it off because you don't like your railing, or your couch didn't fit to go down the stairs, you didn't put it back on.
Don't look at me when that happens.
You're buying a railing. Heating systems have to be sufficient. Roof have to be in good repair and sufficient life. That's a big one that I talk about with people all the time, because they're like, well, the roofer said this, but the insurance company said that, and I don't really want to put money into a roof. Well, that's fine and good if you find a conventional buyer that's going to accept some wear and tear on your roof.
Right.
But when it's FHA and VA, there has to be so many years left of life, in their opinion, on that roof, and it can't be leaking and missing shingles and things like that. So the problem comes now, you've already negotiated the price on your house, you've accepted a deal, and now you're 30 days in potentially, and then these items come up and you're not prepared to buck up, because the buyer cannot get that loan unless those items are fixed, usually prior to closing. So the buyer's not going to spend his money, especially when he doesn't have any usually.
Right.
But even if he did, you're taking a risk as a buyer to go improve someone else's house that you don't even own yet.
Right.
So it 99.9% times falls back on that seller to make those repairs. And even like broken windows, things like that, too, you have to look at.
Even in the hot markets like now, you're saying if somebody with an FHA loan or one of these other loan programs comes in, you're fixing it.
You're fixing it for the most part. Conventional loans are different, but again, that's why you have to meet with us and kind of talk about, who do you think my market is going to be? So if it's somebody that we feel like is the type of home that is really going to attract FHA, VA buyers, or low cash down buyers, even things like, I have people that have never put a deck up, and they go, I don't want to spend money on a deck.
Right.
Well, there's certain buyers that they don't have that money in hand, or even replacing flooring, old, worn, terrible flooring. They're putting all their money towards down payment and closing costs. They're not going to move into a house that they got to live with someone else's terrible flooring for 3 years while they can save up the money.
That's some of the insight as to why you need Kathy Helbig and or her full team of experts. KathyHelbigGroup.com. That's the website to find out more. 314-276-SOLD. Really good stuff today. Interesting. 744, Big 550.